Namaskar. Today we'll be talking something. Let's try to discuss and talk something about women empowerment. So let's try to understand what is women empowerment, or before understanding women empowerment, অসমীয়াত যাক আমি মহিলাক আমি কেনেকৈ সবলীকৰণ কৰিব পাৰোঁ সেইটো হয়। আমি আগতে জানি লওঁ সবলীকৰণ কাক বোলে। Let's understand what is empowerment. So if we talk simply about what we mean by empowerment, it is like giving power to someone to do something. But in the broader sense, if we go through it, it is a process of making somebody more strong, making somebody more confident, so that they can have a control over their own life and they can understand about their own rights. Now, when we, in this context, when we talk about women empowerment, it's a highly heard something. बहुत इसके बारे में चर्चा होती है, बात होती है, मैं कथाएं पाठी থাকো women empowerment, महिला সবলীকৰণ কৰিব লাগে, গভর্নমেন্টে কথা কৈ আছে, everybody talks about it. So actually হয় কি, what actually it is? It just doesn't mean giving rights to the women, not just giving rights to the women. They have to be made capable to exercise these rights. Because in India we see every person has a right, every citizen has certain rights. But the difficulty is that they don't understand their rights and they're not being able to exercise it, So like we have to make the women exercise their rights. That is making them empowered. They have to understand that they also have a life which they can live according to their choice. They also have the right to live a life. Usually in our society, it's like women, a girl is born, and then she's always made to think that she's inferior to the boys and she should not do this. Always it is like how she will laugh, how she will walk, what to wear, what to eat. Then she gets married and then she's controlled by the husband who tries to look after everything. And even in the case of voting, the women goes and votes for the person whom the family says. Either it will be the father or it will be the husband or the brother or somebody. So they have to understand they have the right to live a life of their choice. They forget their own life. Children or ghar or bachche unki life ban jate hain. It also makes them, it means making them capable of taking the right decision at the right time. Suppose, for example, the child is sick and she just cannot wait for the husband to come. She has to take the decision that the child has to be taken to the hospital. So she has to be able to call somebody and take the child to hospital. That's it. They have to understand that how to take the right decision. They have to understand they have potentials. उनके अंदर भी बहुत कुछ है. They have to differentiate between the right and wrong. And the biggest thing in our society, it is said, women who are not into any economic activity, who don't go to work outside or outside the home, who don't earn money every month, salary jisko nahi milti hai, we try to call, when you ask them, they will be saying, I don't do anything, I'm just a housewife. Now, first thing, we have to change the concept. It's not a housewife. She's a homemaker or she's a home manager. We have to make her realize what is her contribution to the family. Now, if a woman gets sick and we have to employ somebody or you have to keep somebody, then if we calculate the money, we will understand how much for jhadu, how much she'll take, for clothes, how much she'll take, for cooking, how much she'll take. And then the love the lady gives, the care she gives, that cannot be given by anybody. So why do they think that I'm just a housewife? And the men also, they'll be like, what do you do all the day? You are just at home and then sitting and doing nothing. So this concept has to be changed. They have to understand that we also have a right to live. Now when, see, like you can see in the image that the girl wants to study, the girl wants to fly, and she's chained. Like she's chained and she's chained by a man with the mooch, with the mustaches. So that shows the ego of the man, the male ego of the man. he doesn't allow her to go out. And she has been chained everywhere, right from the time she's born. Janam say, like, you cannot go to school, you have to look after your brothers and sisters, you have to do this, you have to do that. Your work is to go and get married, and then once you'll be married, why education for you? These are the type of things she listens. Or bachpan se when she listens like this, that you are made, you are born to serve. So she develops that idea, and she never feels, that I have a life of my own to live. She doesn't understand. She doesn't understand her rights. So this is what women empowerment has to give her. And I have traveled a lot, and I have met a lot of women, whether it is India or abroad or anywhere, or in Assam or in the other parts of Northeast, where we think women are very empowered. Yes, in states like Meghalaya, it is a matrilineal society. It's not a matriarchal society. It's a patriarchal society where still men are the boss, where still they control the family. They control how even, like if she earns also, even we have seen that women who are working women on high positions also, their money is also controlled by the husband. So all this if we go through, or यदि हम ये सब कुछ देखते हैं, हम ये like जैसे साइड को, then we feel that what is the use of education then, if educated women are also dominated in that way? So for this, it's not just giving them power, it is not just making them educated, but we have to make them realize that they have complete right to live a life of their own choice. They have to be allowed to make choice. They have to be capable. They have to understand their own potentials. They have to, সিহঁতে বুজি পাব লাগিব যে ময়ো এটা জীৱ হয়, মোৰো যে জীয়াই থকাৰ এটা সন্মানেৰে জীয়াই থকাৰ যে মোৰ এটা অধিকাৰ আছে. That is very, very important. And that is what is women empowerment. So women empowerment is not like where, it is across the world. Everywhere, every women have to be taught. And with women empowerment, another thing which we have to think is change in the mind of the men. We usually talk change in the mindset of the man. I would differ a little and say change in the mindset of the women also. That yes, I can do it. We have seen women going to space. We have seen Indian women becoming president of India, prime minister of India, chief minister of India. We have seen women pilots. We have seen women scientists. Even women have sent satellites in the moon, in the space. So if they can do, why can't I? That's what they have to understand. We are capable. You have to understand your capability and then move forward. And that is what is women empowerment. And friends, I think next we will continue in the next